Yo, what's good? We got breaking news for you. UFC 213. We've got a few fights, actually a lot of fights that have been speculated and over the last couple of months. Everybody knew that was going to happen, but we just didn't have a date set. But it's pretty obvious. UFC Super Bowl is in July every year. UFC International Fight Week. UFC has reserved 3 dates at the T-Mobile Arena for big fights for that whole weekend, and they all come together, and there'll be a big fight Saturday, and we're gonna go through these fights for these people and bring them the news that was brought to us.
Alright,
what we got first?
First up, we got Fabricio Werdum versus Alistair Overeem.
Number 3.
Tell me how you feel about that one. First off, let me tell you how did the second one go?
So
tell me about how the second one went.
So the second one was obviously a rematch. That's when Alistair was Overeem when he was on the test. Fucking juiced up by 260, looking like a NFL defensive end.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty weak ass fight because Werdum didn't want to engage him in the stand up. So he continuously, went to his back, where he is super dangerous. He's probably the best heavyweight, got the best ground game as far as heavyweight, best jiu-jitsu as far as heavyweight. So, obviously Alistair wasn't going to engage him in the ground game because the first fight he got submitted right there in Pride. So, and Werdum didn't want to engage him in the stand-up. Both fighters have evolved, moving into this third fight where Werdum, he's gotten better at his stand-up. And Overeem's always dangerous, just knocking out Mark Hunt. We saw him get knocked the fuck out. So on that fight, just as when I picked Overeem against Hunt, I was biased. I'm going to be biased again and pick him again. That doesn't mean Werdum can't beat him.
Exactly.
But I feel that the winner of that fight will be probably number 1 contender.
So you're saying if Werdum did beat him, it would be on the ground?
More than likely. I mean, he can knock him out. I mean, I wouldn't. Overeem got a glass chin.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. But I've never seen Werdum knock anybody out on the feet. Okay. I don't think I've seen that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know the fucking comments and the trolls will, but that's what I'm thinking. He'll submit him. How you see that going?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Overeem. He's on the streak right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's definitely on the streak. I do think Dana White was lying when he said he was sick and shit. He fucking went sick last fight, man.
Because he sure didn't act like in that fight,
sure
did he?
Didn't act like he didn't have no fucking clue he was sick until Dana told him.
Yeah.
But still, I'm still gonna go with Overeem. So I think you think I'm gonna knock him out?
I mean,
some knockouts, man. These guys heavyweights, man. Come on.
That's what I'm thinking. Knockout by Overeem. The last fight, he won when the part 2. He won decision based off of he was more aggressive. I mean, Werdum was fighting like a bitch. You guys go back and watch that fight and tell me Werdum was fighting like a bitch, and Overeem. I mean, I would too. Overeem was fucking 260. Okay. So I mean, and he had 10 straight knockouts. 10 straight wins at heavyweight, so I'll be fighting like a bitch too. Yeah. So, but we'll see. I mean, he's off the shit, and so I got Overeem in that fight. But that fight is official, UFC 213, and that's just one of 5 big fights that we're gonna announce for you. What else you got for me?
This right here is a big fight right here. We got Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw.
That is a big fight. Man, that's the.
He's hot right now. Cody hot right now.
Cody is hot. He beat the shit out of Dominic Cruz. I mean, his boxing, he surprised me. I thought he was just like a straight up, knockout artist. But he proved me wrong. Showed that he has great footwork, great movement. He can, dodge a lot of shit. So he looked really good in that fight against Dominic Cruz, where he won the belt. And TJ's former champion, and he's coming for the belt too. Which TJ has great footwork as well and great kickboxing. And I'm gonna say Cody
stand up the whole time.
It's gonna be a stand up fight the whole time. I mean, with two 135 guys, great boxing, kickboxing. That's what I'm seeing.
It's a brawl.
It's gonna be exactly
5-round brawl.
And what makes that fight so great is that these guys are doing the Ultimate Fighter. It's a grudge match, and so give you a little bit of background for the people who don't know. So both of these guys trained at Uriah Faber's gym, Team Alpha Male in Sacramento, California. He kind of brought these guys up, molded them. Uriah, everybody knows Uriah and TJ, they had a falling out. You know what I'm saying? And TJ left the camp, and while he was leaving the camp, Cody was coming in. So they had a few sparring sessions. TJ left. He won the belt when Dominic Cruz was out. Dominic Cruz came back in, beat him, won the belt. Cody came in, beat Dominic, and he's the champion now. So it's kind of a grudge match. People are saying Uriah is kind of stirring the pot a little bit by making it more than what it is. We'll see. And for sure watch the Ultimate Fighter. See those guys kind of go at it a little bit. But that's a title fight, 135 division. Definitely can see that.
That could be the best fight on the card.
That could be the best fight on the card, possibly. I mean, so super excited about that fight. And who you got in that one?
I'm taking Cody.
You take Cody? Me too. I'm taking Cody as well. What else you got for me?
Amanda Nunes. No, they gotta have a chick fight.
Mm-hmm.
Chick fight. You know what I'm saying? Gotta throw them in every major UFC. You got Amanda Nunes versus Valentina.
This is gonna be a good fight. This is a rematch. I believe Amanda won the first fight. Obviously, she had to. I believe. Yeah. So this should be part 2. I think it is a second fight. Let me see real quick. Championship rematch. Exactly. Yeah. Second fight. Amanda won the first one. Amanda's a beast. She's the last girl to beat the fuck out of Ronda Rousey, as y'all remember back in December. She's just a beast with it. She beat the fuck out of Miesha Tate before that. Damn. So she's on a streak. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She's a champ. She's just not getting her recognition.
I'm going who's ever hot, man.
Who's ever hot?
I'm going who's ever hot.
So, I mean, okay, she's hot, but check it out, though. Valentina Shevchenko, she's hot, too. She beat Holly Holm. And this is going to... Yes, recently.
2017?
2016. And this right here, I see being another stand-up fight. Now, here's the thing, though. Amanda Nunes, she's shown great, knockout power and knocked out Ronda and Miesha Tate, which they not strikers. Valentina,
striker.
She's a striker, boy. She has more than 50 kickboxing Muay Thai fights. Damn. So she is a fucking striker. So I don't know if Amanda wants to stand up with her. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of small or short for that weight class, but she's a fucking striker.
So perhaps she's met her match.
She could have met her match. I mean, she could have since the first fight, she could have figured it out. Figured Amanda out, and he's able to come with it. And I mean, I'm going underdog. I mean, both of them are hot.
Mm-hmm. So you're getting Valentina.
I'm going Valentina in this one. I'm going Valentina.
Go to champ. Go to Amanda Nunes.
Okay.
And that's official.
That's official. Hopefully they give Amanda Nunes the push that she deserves, like they gave Ronda. So looking forward to that fight. And I've got Valentina. Please put your comments down below. Tell me who you got. And let's move into some of the big fights that have come into play to announcement.
Okay, but I guess you can say this is rumor, but everybody knows this anyway. Everybody knew this was gonna happen anyway. John Jones, supposedly supposed to be fighting the winner out of Rumble Johnson and Daniel Cormier.
I mean, you'd have to be a fool not to think this fight is not gonna happen.
Exactly.
Especially, okay, DC and Rumble, they're gonna fight next week, April the 8th, right? So after that fight, if God forbid nobody's like super injured, that their next fight is going to be against John Jones in July when he gets off suspension. Okay, so John will be off suspension, ready to go, and obviously it's going to be for the light heavyweight title. I mean, we're going to preview Cormier, DC, and Rumble, for the next UFC. So we're not going to give our predictions on this show for that one, but we just kind of bringing that announcement to you. I think John can beat DC. As far as Rumble, he'll be in for it because Rumble can knock him the fuck out.
Oh yeah,
he'll be in for that. Anybody.
You know
so
that's when he's gonna do the Cormier.
That's what I believe. So we'll preview that fight as we move closer. But I mean, that's pretty stating the obvious. Jones, when he gets off suspension, more than likely he's going to be fighting Rumble or DC, whoever wins out of them two. So let's get into the main event, the grand finale for UFC 213 in July, International Fight Week. I think it's pretty obvious for this one too.
Bisping, St. Pierre.
Bisping, St. Pierre.
Let's get some background on this.
Well, here's what we got, man. I mean, like, I'm a big GSP fan. You know what I'm saying? He's got a lot against him. I'm rooting for him, and I'm picking him for this fight. He's got a lot against him.
He's more an underdog role.
He is. And here's what he has against him. One, size. Bisping's like 6'2", GSP's like 5'10". And then Bisping, he used to be a light heavyweight. Now he's fighting at middleweight. He's middleweight champ. GSP, he's always been a welterweight, right? So there's a size difference. Then Bisping has been active. Last year, 2016, Anderson Silva, he beat him. He's on his record. He beat him. Luke Rockhold beat him, became champ. Dan Henderson beat him. That's fucking impressive. GSP hasn't fought since Johnny Hendricks. Man. I think that was like 2013. Yeah. So, I mean, that is a long fucking layoff. And we've seen how guys, 90% of guys have not done well when it comes to long layoffs.
Yeah. So who you going to pick for that one?
I mean,
since that's your guy.
I've got to go with him. I mean, I just wanted to put that out there. Bisping, he has the momentum as I just mentioned. So I'm gonna go with GSP just because I'm biased, and also, I mean, I think this is what he's thinking too when he even taking the fight. He said, "Oh, I can take Michael down easy." He's one of the best wrestlers in the game, grapplers, and I guess he's thinking, "Okay, I'm gonna take this guy down, get a little ground and pound, maybe get a unanimous decision that way, like he has in a lot of his fights at welterweight." I think that's what he's thinking. I'm hoping that's what happens. Yeah. But I don't know. What you think? You think Bisping gonna get it?
I'm going with Bisping. Like
Bisping?
He's high right now.
Yeah.
And I may be reaching right now, but I think St. Pierre gonna go out like BJ Penn.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
You gonna fuck his record up?
Yeah.
Damn.
You gonna go out like him. I may be reaching.
Damn.
But he probably won't win this fight, man. That guy's way bigger than him.
If he stays at middleweight, yes, he's gonna end up like BJ Penn.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna be fighting in a weight class that he shouldn't be at. And think about this: if he beats Michael Bisping, do you see him fighting Yoel Romero?
See what I'm saying?
Hell no.
He don't die.
Hell no.
So yeah, see, you see what I'm saying? So he could go out. It's very possible he can go out like
BJ Penn,
and especially right in that weight class.
Speaking of BJ Penn actually has a fight coming up against Dennis Seaver in featherweight division.
Damn,
again, that's a winnable fight for him though. That's a very winnable fight for him. So I think UFC is going to give him a favor by giving him that fight. But yeah, people, those are our our new announcements. UFC International Fight Week, UFC 213. Just giving our predictions as we move closer to July, to the summer. We'll be breaking them down in depth. See if our predictions has changed at that point. Who knows? Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. But until then, what you want to tell them?
Man, I'm just telling them, man, this is better than that, man.
Subscribe and like.